Go ahead and take the fried shrimp.
Life these days at Barnacle Bill's in Tallahassee is good, but ask about life before the Gulf oil spill.
We were king of the street. It was busy all the time. The initial shock of the whole thing just turned a lot of people off.
While Florida was mostly spared any physical damage, Stillwell says it was enough to keep customers away. Even now, 2 years later, the effects still linger.
BP is beating us all up. You know, there is no silver lining to it.
In an effort to keep customers coming through the doors, Stillwell says he's had to make some changes.
We've just expanded our menu into some other areas. More burgers, more wings.
But sticking with tradition, the Barnacle Bill's menu today still features plenty of Gulf-caught seafood.
It's 70 miles down the road, the best source for fish, shrimp, oysters, everything we can get.
But 70 miles down the road and about a mile out into the bay, life isn't much easier for Sean Hartsfield and his dad, Abe.
It really hurt the whole coast, you know, all the states.
Sean's been fishing these bay waters for years.
2 years ago, we were booming.
And just to give you an idea of the impact, 2 years ago, Sean says this bay alone would generate about $8 to $10 million for fishermen, and at that time they would be bagging about 30 bags of oysters. But now, he says they're lucky just to get orders for 12 bags.
One day at a time, and you keep hoping that tomorrow's going to be the day that everything starts picking back up. But in reality, with the way the oyster beds are, we know it's going to be a while.
Hartsfield says they've lost thousands of dollars, their livelihood nearly taken away. The Forgotten Coast, as it's called, given new meaning with little support from the government or BP.
I'm talking about Franklin County. I'm talking about all the way to Louisiana. All the workers, everybody that works on this water is the ones that didn't get taken care of.
Hartsfield says there are now mounting regulations, more rules they have to follow when fishing. But Hartsfield says by far their greatest challenge is simply convincing those who once ate seafood to put seafood back on their plate, to convince them that this seafood is safe to eat.
Good.
We've been slow getting people back to the table.
Spreading the message is the job of Martin May and the team with the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services.
The challenge is tremendous. It has to be a slow process. You're not going to change anyone's opinion overnight.
The Florida Department of Agriculture received from BP a total of $20 million to be spent over 3 years, with much of that being spent not only on marketing, but on testing, all of which May says shows that Florida Gulf seafood is safe to eat. For Sean Hartsfield, it's all about putting food on the table in more ways than one.
You know, without them, there's no us. Seriously. They're the ones that makes our paychecks. If they don't buy, we don't make money.
In 70 miles back up the road at Barnacle Bill's, it's about remembering how this spill still impacts all of us.
Forgotten Coast, I wish we could change that in more ways than one.
Greg Angel, ABC 27 HD.